Hey guys, it's Carpenter with RV Crazy. So, let's do a take two on this video. First one, I had the camera pointed this way, and yeah, the light in the background made me a silhouette. And yeah, so couldn't see anything. I'm just gonna try to hold the camera. So, I made myself this junction box, everything I got from Home Depot. You can actually get all of these parts from Lowe's as well. This is just a watertight box. Has a lid with a seal on it. I use these for houses a lot. And then these are ground lugs. They're like a terminal lug for inside of a circuit breaker box. And I cut them to where they would fit down lower in this box, and then I use a two-part epoxy to hold them in forever. They will hold the 6-gauge wire that's going down to my panel. It says they'll hold the 4-gauge, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested it, and it's definitely a little small. It did have the same style threads that came through this center hole, and I just cut those off so that once my 6-gauge wire to my charge controller comes through, it would be able to go, you know, at a better angle instead of having to go up the 3/4 of an inch or so. I got a few different styles of connectors that are watertight connectors that I'm thinking about using. These ones I did get, these are a 3/4 thread, and I did get some that are 1/2-inch thread as well that have smaller holes. But I'm actually thinking about throwing multiple wires in through one of the connectors. That'll all, you know, really be helpful when I add a couple more solar panels as well. So I have one with a round hole, and obviously when I throw a couple different wires through, I'll be siliconing it, and then I'll let the silicone dry, and then I'll tighten it down. I might tighten it down a little bit first and then tighten it down more after, but you know, let the silicone dry, and you know, it'll be really watertight. And then I have one that has just a slot as well. So I mean, I'm not sure exactly how thick the wires are since I haven't gotten my order from Renogy yet, but you know, it looks like that could probably hold three wires in it. And let's see what else. So I got these solar fuses that go in line on the MC4 connectors. These ones were from Windy Nation. Do not disconnect, neuter, load. Yeah, so, you know, it definitely seems like a product where they probably bought it and, you know, just relabeled it or something. It actually doesn't say Windy Nation anywhere on it, but I got one with a 10 amp fuse. You can unscrew it from either side. A 10 amp solar fuse. But what I don't like about this is these aren't, they don't have any springs to them or anything. They're just, you know, on there, and you know, when you tighten them down, they will go in a little bit, but they stay in. So basically, you're going to be relying on just the pressure of screwing it in that one time to make a good solid connection. You know, I wish that it had something with a flange that went up and over the fuse, or, you know, I don't know. I'm not completely sure about these. They definitely will, you know, hold tight the first time, but if I ever have to change a fuse or whatever, it seems like, you know, I'm going to want to be able to push them back out, and it just doesn't seem like the best design to me. I got this 40 amp circuit breaker. It's made for car audio electronics. I got 40 amp, which is kind of a low amperage. I'm going to be putting it on a 4-gauge cable, but I wanted it to be able to blow, you know, if I was going to have any load in excess. And my charge controller is a 30 amp charge controller, so I mean, that's really the most that it can put out, and especially I'm starting with 2 solar panels. You know, I mean, I'm going to be maybe putting a 10 amp charge on my batteries. So, you know, even with 4 solar panels, I mean it makes sense, 20 amps, right, I think. But yeah, so I got this 40 amp circuit breaker. It'll also serve as a shutoff switch, so I don't have to have 2 separate items, a fuse and a shutoff switch for the whole system. And then let's see, 5 feet of Windy Nation 4-gauge. Seems like some pretty good quality wire. It says that it's you know, 100% copper. It's not a copper coated aluminum. I don't know how to be able to tell. This wire does have kind of a funny rubber smell to it. And also, I got this on eBay. It came with 10 free feet of, I don't know where I put it, but 10 free feet of shrink tube. It's a real thin, low quality shrink tube. That's probably why they're giving everybody 10 feet of it. They're probably just trying to get rid of it. You know, it's a freebie basically. I'd put it on my ground, but I'm not going to put it on my positive. I want a nice, thick marine heat shrink that's nice and thick and has adhesive lined. They also sent these tinned copper lug terminals. I specified the 5/16 size, and that's what's perfect for my batteries. So I mean, I'm really only going to need the 2 of them, but I might have a plan for the other 2 later. We shall see. Let's see, what else do we have here? Well, here's my 6-gauge wire that's running down from the junction box to the charge controller. This one is Temco wire. It actually said made in USA, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get it. And yeah, seems like quality wire. It doesn't smell quite as bad as the Windy Nation wire. So I have this wire chase that I am going to be putting all up in here. I cut out this little slot in my Corian countertop, and I'm gonna have to drill a hole through it, and then up through the metal right there, there's a little gap that it'll fit through. And then I'm just gonna, you know, staple wires up to here, and then I have a hole, and that's where it's gonna go through into the junction box. It was a little nerve-wracking drilling that hole, but got it done, and yeah. So it's way too hot today. I've been working really slow and kind of sitting down a lot, trying to keep hydrated. Can't wait for my solar panels and everything else to get here. This place is a mess right now because I'm working on everything. Oh, here's just kind of something random to show you. Kind of organizational. Got these all at Fred Meyer's, and yeah, it's just kind of nice being able to have them all fit in there, all organized and such. Let's close that. Hey, have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.